How's it going, everyone? I gotta make a video about some of the biggest cap stocks in the world, like the Mag 7, right? The Apple, your Nvidia, your Tesla, your Meta, and all those stocks. But I want to talk about these and just kind of like compare each of them. Like, obviously, these are companies you can hold forever, but where can we look to, start to get entries? As this is honestly generational wealth, what we're having right here. You guys should be like screaming for joy because this doesn't happen often. And when these companies come down this low, you want to really take advantage of this. So let's get into the chart here. The first company I want to talk about is Apple. I mean, look at this. Apple went down 7% on the day. I'm looking at the daily ATR4, which is a Keltner channel that's extremely overextended. I'm going to look at the EMAs. I'm going to look at a variety of things and even a KDJ I want to plot up on here too. And I'll tell you guys everything that you need to know. But basically, when price comes to this lower Keltner channel, even gets close, it tends to pump, right? From this low here, you can see from this low to this high, this was a 12% pump on a really big cap stock. As it got close to that, it gets close to the upper band, it tends to dump. And I'm looking at this every time it's done this. Apple has been very, very consistent, right? You see how it stays in the bounds, right? Well, we know Apple is in an uptrend on a longer time frame. On a daily time frame, it isn't in a downtrend. But if you go to the weekly, or I mean the monthly, the longest time frame I love to use, there is nothing bearish about this, right? We can see longer time frame. The way back here on 2019 to a T, we hit the EMA 50 and it just kept going up from there. Literally hit the EMA 50 here, kept going up. EMA 50 here, kept going up. So it's probably safe to say, like, if we get close to this EMA 50, as you can see, gets super close, goes up. Gets super close and it goes up. So we're coming into a massive demand zone where I really like this setup. You got the daily coming into this lower Keltner channel here. It doesn't, tend to do that often. And when it does, it goes up. This is one of those stocks you can hold for a very long time and be very safe. All right. Apple is literally the number one stock, in my honest opinion, in the world where you can hold and literally be happy when it dips. All right. Like you should be screaming for joy because not only can once you buy the shares, now you can do cover calls, right? You could literally just keep lowering your average. Definitely watch my video about where is it at? Right here, swing trading education. If you join in my Discord, watch my cover calls for beginners. You're gonna love this video. It's gonna literally you just keep reducing your average as just for owning the shares. It's like digital real estate, in my opinion. So Apple obviously is going to be coming very good. Let's look at Nvidia. Is Nvidia a good stock? We look at the monthly chart. As you can see, nice solid uptrend. When price comes back to this EMA 50, you better be buying these bigger cap stocks as we went from 12 bucks all the way up to $150. All right, so the daily chart right here, same thing, is coming close to this lower Keltner channel. It has 2 days away from the EMA 5. We know price always reverts to the mean, right? Price will come back up to this EMA 5. That's a 9% gain, almost 10%. 10 is a 14, 20 is an 18, and the 50 is a 26%. I don't expect it to just hit these right away, but you can see the last time we went around, we went right back up to those EMAs very fast. Will we do that again? We'll see. But same thing. The weekly is not as uptrend as the monthly, but these are more what I'm showing is longer term holds, right? You get into stocks, sell cover calls, all right? This one's right on the 20, not as far as down as Apple to the EMA 50. Apple's a little closer to that one. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla, one of the most volatile stocks here, coming right here next to that EMA 50. Guess what? I made a video last time on this. When it hit that 50, it went massively up. Insane. We went from a low of $200 and almost to a $300 range right there just by hitting that. Hit the 50, went all the way up. We went from 196 to 488. Big gains. So what is the daily telling me on this one? This one's not as good on the daily. We just left the EMA 5. All right. I like to tell people we want to give, a lot of candles away from that 5. But if you look at it, guys, when the daily was in line right in here, this is when it hit that monthly EMA 50. You had this lower Keltner channel touch, and we made a massive pump up. From this low to this high, we went up 34% right there. Massive gains right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We went up massive. So that's kind of what I want to see with Tesla, right? It's not yet there, but on the monthly chart, we are getting closer to that EMA 50. Be on high watch on that one. Um, Another one, Microsoft, one of my most favorite ones, right? Microsoft, as you can see, they're all presenting amazing opportunities. They come into these monthly EMA 50, big term and long term investors come in here and they just skyrockets it up. These are the times where you can hold for a very long time. The weekly, here's the daily right here. Same thing like Tesla. We just hit the 5. I would like to see it closer to this lower Keltner channel. But you see what I'm kind of getting at, right? I'm looking for the best companies in the world. These are companies that you can hold forever, do cover calls, looking at the chart. Nothing is telling me to be very scared about this. What has Microsoft been doing? Look at this chart. It's amazing looking. Yes, Microsoft can come down from 339 and go to 250 and still be incredibly bullish. This is where people panicked that nobody took the opportunity to buy it when it went down to this area. And then guess what? And then it starts going up and they miss the boat. This is the time to get it. Once this starts coming down, I don't know how this tariff thing's going to end resolve, but I think this is just a short-term pain, guys. This is just a short-term pain. All right. We can look at the bigger picture of SPY. What is bigger picture of SPY doing, right? Same thing. All these bigger caps are doing. They're showing the same pattern, right? Look at this on SPY. You're looking at a weekly coming next to this lower Keltner channel. You see a daily hitting this lower Keltner channel. We're going to start to see price to move back up. All right. We're definitely going to start to see that. This is looking very bullish as we're hitting this demand zone on this SPY here. All the bigger cap stocks. I mean, you can look at all of them. Just try to find the best one, in my opinion. You can put them, obviously, like look at Netflix. It's not as extremely oversold as the other ones. We're hitting this EMA 10 compared to a lot of them coming close to this EMA 50. So you kind of just look at the ones that are like more in demand in that demand zone. Look at this. Meta's hitting the 20. There's Apple that's getting close to the 50. So if you look at it, my most favorite one is Apple coming close to this EMA 50, along with Tesla. I mean, I'm going to put the ones that are the most oversold, and you can see these kind of patterns that I love to see. Like, do we make a lower low or higher low right here, hit this trend line, go back up, hit this EMA 50, and these are things you can hold for a very, very long time, guys. All right, we have earnings coming up, maybe anticipation on that to Tesla. So this is what I look for on these bigger cap stocks. I'm in a very oversold that I'm not going to stock that I'm not going to show in this video here. I'm just going to go over the Mag 7, a lot of the biggest cap stocks in the world where, I would love, take advantage of this. Don't be so pessimistic about the whole market's tanking. Well, how else are you supposed to take advantage of dips if the market don't, tend to correct? Everything in the history of SPY has corrected, right? We have corrected. If you look at the whole outlook of SPY, we were extremely overextended. Everything's going to revert to the mean. It doesn't matter what event it is, it's going to happen, all right? Right here in 2022, we reverted to the mean. Right here was the COVID crash of 2020. Even with that big COVID crash, we came all the way back to new highs. Everything has reverted to the mean. Way back in here was that 2008 crisis, right? Or 2009. Yeah, 2008 came down, but it all went back up again. All right. So the markets are generally designed to go up, right? As long as you have patience, you'll be totally fine. Don't just randomly buy at these highs. These are the times to get in, guys. These are the times to say like, which one do you want to look to get in? All right. If you guys want to join the Discord and see the actual plays I'm looking to get in, I've mentioned many, but this is the system I use to trade with the trend. Look for the best big cap stocks in the world, and also do day trades every day. This is an amazing day trading environment. I want everyone to learn how I do my credit spread strategy, where I win over 90% of the time, making money every day. Where if you're like, man, I can't take this swing trading environment, join the day trading world. I think you guys will love it. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description, it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. It'll take me to this free chat landing page. Click how to subscribe and hit hashtag day trade alerts. You guys are going to love this. You're going to get, look at this play right here. I got into ES shorts. I do futures and I do credit spreads. I'll tell you guys everything about that if you're confused, videos and all. Right in here, I got into futures trade. We had a beautiful breakout pattern to the downside, and this thing went absolute bank. I can show you on the short-term time frame. I did SPY. We traded this, literally got in right up in here on this down candle here, and it just plummeted down. All right, making massive money, over $1,000 on futures I made there, massive money on my credit spreads, and I'm putting all this day trading money into these big cap stocks because I know these things are good for long term. So I'm doing something every day, and then I'm putting that money into the big cap stocks. That's what I think everyone should do. Use a passive income strategy where you're investing into some of the stocks like that I mentioned in this video that have met the demand, and then over time you hold it for a year and you'll be totally fine, right? Don't let this short term pain get to you. I mean, SPY is looking like a very nice solid bounce in here. We'll see what's going to happen, guys. Definitely join the Discord. $12 a month, you get access to all my alerts. You guys are gonna love it. Hit Day Trade Alerts. You'll get the gold membership for a limited time only. You can get it all for $12 a month. It'll never go up in price. You're gonna get everything: swing trade alerts, day trade alerts, live streams. I go live every day. All my swing trading education videos, day trading education videos, all there. If you guys want to just hit Day Trade Alerts, how to subscribe. We'll tell you how to everything you need to do. If you have an Android, you will have to use your computer to subscribe. And then if you're not from the US, it might charge you a little extra for the currency exchange fee, but you're getting a really nice server, a lot of nice people in here, a lot of people helping out, a lot of people using this same exact system to make money. I think you guys are going to like it. That concludes my video. I think you guys know which one I like the most. The one that's the most oversold for me on the monthly is the Apple, coming into the daily, coming close to this lower band. I really like this one for accumulations. I think you guys are going to like this. All right, guys. Peace out. Happy trading. I'll see you in the next video.